Management in the American colony. He is MBA previously qualified Jalan. He got the India Award the in the Institute of Technical Consulting. He is an experienced consultant and demonstrated history of working in the agency. He is competition business technology leadership team management. So, education, and more in But I would like to read out the profile of Dr. C. Shivakumar. Dr. C. Shivakumar is a professor and director in Government Institute of Management, Government College Street. He is a professor of organizational behavior and political management. He has served as a in various institutions, both in management and social work for more than 20 years. He has done research provider consultancy and trained in the 10,000 developers for all levels and all the work policies. Sir, I do our three of first your MBA, one of the
Next, I would like to read out the profile of Dr. M. Balaji sir, the Associate Professor of BHN SN College, Virudhunagar. He has a global academic exposure as the Head of Academics in RIMA College in Malaysia for the period of 4 years. Apart from global exposure, he had a domestic exposure in academic for about 20 years across various universities in Tamil Nadu. Besides, he has published more articles in national level journals including indexed and UGC care listed journals. I request Ms. Dr. M. Balaji sir on the stage please. I would like to invite Mr. G. Sundaram Murugasundaram of MBA second year to honor our chief guest. Next, I would like to read out the profile of Dr. N.M. Pavitra ma'am is an energetic and scholastic person with industry teaching and training experience in the areas of marketing and human resources. She is qualified with MBA and PhD. She presented 6 national conferences. I request Dr. N.M. Pavitra ma'am on the stage please. I would like to invite Mrs. R.C. Harni of MBA. Ms. R.C. Harni of MBA second year to honor our chief guest. I would like to read out the profile of Mr. Balasundar sir, the Balsu Success Academy. Balsu Success Academy are driven by our core values of being a consistent facilitator of success to every individual who come in touch with us. With over 5,000 plus alumni all over the world, he provided career consultancies and online entrance examination training, which includes CAT, GATE, CLAT, IPM, NDA, NIFT, and online spoken Hindi training. We welcome you, sir. I would like to invite Ms. B. Harini of MBA first year to honor our chief guest. I would like to invite M. Subramanian sir, head of the department, onto the stage, please.
A very good morning. This 30 seconds speech on this August forum is not anywhere in the agenda. So I'm snatching 30 seconds of all my fellow colleagues' time. Regret for that. It's my pleasure in seeing all the gems of management field on this part of the country. Let us all give a very big standing ovation to the directors and the panel today. Thank you. It would be highly challenging for all of us to get these kind of personalities on one stage. It is something like getting the appointment of variety of presidents and prime ministers of various countries. Try to have all these gems on this stage on one occasion. So it's a very proud and pleasure moment for all of us. The topic is Industry 5.0 we're going to have. For all these things, I have my guide, friend, philosopher, Dr. Pogalendi. So we give a big round of applause to Pogalendi for having this initiative and idea. Thank you. I would like to thank my faculty team on this time. So I would request Dr. Shekhar sir to be here. Dr. Shivajoji, Professor Selvam, Dr. Karthik Babu, let's wait for 10 seconds, sir. One more faculty, let him also come. Karthik here, please. A big round of applause to my team who are there to support me. Thank you, sir. Thank you, team. The MD of a company called iBackers Technologies from Coimbatore on 21st August, and on 22nd, the notable personality called Vijay Kapoor, the MD of Derby Jean Community. He came. He was addressing the student. On 23rd, we took the students to industrial visit. On 24th, couple of days back, we invited Raja Krishnamurthy. I have even shared the questions what you have asked to me through your WhatsApp. They are ready to answer it. So be interactive, try to gain as much as you can. Over to Selvam and team.
Thank you, sir, for such a wonderful introduction about the entire student induction program and about this discussion. Now I request our senior most professor, Dr. S. Pogalendi sir, to set the ball rolling. Let us all begin the panel session now. My kind request to all of you is pay your undivided attention, because despite the busy schedule, the dignitaries on the stage have given their consent to give you insight into the title of today's discussion. Therefore, I want all of you once again to pay your undivided attention and gain maximum possible insight. It would be very hard for you to find such a wonderful occasion in your life. So make use of the opportunity and learn as much as you can. Now I request our senior most professor, Dr. S. Rlims sir, to set the ball rolling.
Good morning. Good morning to the dignitaries on the dais and my fellow students. The topic of are we ready for Industry 5.0? So obviously our leader Dr. M. Subramaniam has coined, and we will be discussing in this forum about that. The student fraternity, we hope that we will get benefit from this discussion. So are we really ready for this 5.0? So that's the topic. Can I get some response? Yes, sir. So you are ready? Yes, sir. Okay, ready to listen, and then we'll see how far we are going to learn and implement. So as far as this topic goes, already 4 revolutions have taken place. All of us are aware during the Industrial Revolution. Then we talk about the second technology revolution, then computer revolution, then the automation revolution, that is 4.0. But the fifth 5.0. So what we mean is Industry 5.0. So we are going to be more focusing on this human-centric approach, right, along with the resilience and sustainability. So these are 3 pillars on which the 5.0 is being built. So the first one is human-centric. So that's very, very important. Then resilience. How are you going to bounce back? Then sustainability. So these are 3 pillars based on which we are going to interact. So how the MBA curriculum and how we are going to support the student fraternity to face the world. So are we industry ready for Industry 5.0? So from the first point what we put across today, we are talking from the economic value to societal model. So the whole concept of Industry 5.0 is shifted from economic value to societal value. In the sense, always we are telling the goal for all managers. What is the goal for all managers? Profits. So 5.0 is going to be one step above. We talk about the triple point, or we call about not only profit, we talk about people, we talk about planet, triple bottom line. So that is the new focus of this 5.0. Profit is important, but not only profit, we take care of the people and finally the planet, eco-friendliness. So 5.0 is geared towards that, triple bottom line. I hope that the students are able to understand what we mean by this. So eco-friendliness is very important, and normally when we say in the marketing angle, you want to satisfy the customers always, then only you will get a profit. So Industry 5.0 is one step above. They are talking about first I have to take care of the employees. Why? Because the employees are the internal customers. So through internal customers, if they are happy, only you will be able to deliver the products and services to the external customers. So that is what we need. Today we have to focus more on the employees. Now the 4.0 talks about AI, ML, big data. So today in 5.0, the companies are trying to implement in the robotic world. That is, smart machines are there. So how we are going to work along with the smart machines and the employees. So the business and industry is totally changed towards how we have to be effective. At the same time, the well-being of the employees, the well-being of the society also plays a major role. We don't talk more about welfare, we talk more about the well-being of the society. Please understand, this is going not only beyond profits we are going. So that is what is 5.0, and how as MBA institutions and what is the changes we could bring in the curriculum. So as far as the changes, what we could bring is, for example, we are talking about eco-friendliness. You are talking about how the courses will be integrated. So even in the MBA program, we have introduced the courses like AI, ML, big data, IoT, or robotic process automation. So how the programs, the courses are going to be industry friendly, because the industry is expecting very much from the young MBAs and budding managers and leaders. Now, as far as the AICT is concerned, AICT is having an industry institute interaction cell. So what they are trying to do is that the institution should form a lot of MOUs with the industry. So industry partnership is very, very important. Why industry partnership is very important? Because industry is moving to the 5.0. So if we are having MOUs with the industries, and if we are doing research projects with the industry, then probably the MBA students and the curriculum will be enriched. So that is the purpose that we are also trying to do. We have signed several MOUs. Then the research projects. So research projects is one area where the society is demanding. Today we have to take care of the entire resources also. Eco-friendliness. So the cars are changing from normal fuel to electricity. So you understand the importance of this sustainability. So all these eco resources, everything we have to man over, and students have to understand. And regarding the sustainability, even for our MBA students, we have the sustainability UN SDG goals, and they have done the presentation. So how far we are able to realize to what the industry 5.0 is saying. Then another important question, that is faculty members, whether all the faculty members are really qualified and having the industry exposure to handle the 5.0 courses. It could be AI, ML, IoT, robotic process. So we have already introduced these courses, and all our faculty team have already have a lot of exposure in the industry. So it is not an easy thing, but still we also have to learn continuously in order to deliver the goods to the MBA students. And apart, we just started with this robust corporate understanding. So here normally an MBA student in all the institutions go for internship, they go for a project. Now apart from that, we have added so many things, that is CIS, Course of Independent Study. So course of independent study is one where the students will choose on his own. It can be anything, and they will present a report. Now we are making it more research friendly, so that the entire thing will be one compendium. So all the students, 85 plus students have joined in first year, so they will be trying to select one course of independent study in all the 4 semesters they have. This is some additional initiative we have taken. Then we are giving a lot of these presentations. Apart from the sustainability development goals, what are the latest concepts which are coming, and about the thought leaders. So everything today we are seeing from the societal angle, not through the business. So how business could help the society. Already we have the CSR, corporate social responsibility. Similarly, the students are going for outreach and extension activities. So we have to understand the life, we have to understand why the business exists and how the business can support the society. That's very, very important today. So 5.0 talks more about this eco-friendliness of society. So we are all proud that India is proud. Why? Why we are all proud today? Because of Chandrayaan 3. So each and every citizen, not only MBA and students, even a common man is very happy. So that is what is required for us to grow. And regarding the placements is one focus of this agenda. Apart from that, the startups. So if even if 10% of them are able to start their own company, that's what is very important. That's why during your program we are already asked entrepreneurs, and our own alumni students are addressing. So we are strengthening this understanding. There may be certain limitations also. We don't say that we are achieved 5.4. We are trying to move towards 5.4 because the industry expectations are very, very high. My dear students, industry's expectations are very, very high. What our leader MS is trying to do is trying to give an idea about what they are expecting and what we as faculty team are facilitating to reach your goal. Right? So all the companies starting salary may be 6 digit, but whether you are ready for that, are you ready for that? That remains with you, and definitely we as a team under the leadership of Dr. MS sir definitely will help you achieve the goals, but you have to realize the importance. Whether we talk about energy, conservation, societal welfare, everything you have to realize. That is why this topic is becoming very important. I thank Dr. MS sir and other dignitaries for listening to me. We'll continue with this panel discussion as and when your questions or points are raised. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Fortunately, the first panel member was able to complete in 9 minutes, so you are allowed. So for other panel members, we'll be having the timer. So happy to note that he has touched upon all the points without missing any of the major points. Let us see that the ball keep rolling, because a lot of other points to be discussed. Each and every stalwart will be sharing their own expertise in their own style. So next one, Dr. Samuel Joseph. Put your hands together to welcome Dr. Samuel Joseph. Thank you. One of the powerful speaker. At the end, you will find the mind-blowing ideas and the content what he is going to deliver. Welcome you, Sam.
Good morning. First of all, I take this opportunity to thank my friend who has been a friend not for 1 day or 2 days, but for several decades. Dr. MS, whom we know each other right from early 90s. And right from that day till now, I can see a spark in him. Do you agree with me? Can I have a louder yes? Yes. That is the reason that you are all put to rigorous training induction for the last 10 days with various people from the industry, outside the industry, were able to interact with you in this context of you embarking to take on a leadership program at Rlims. I just want to ask a small question for the first year MBAs. How many of you are first years here? Just started. Okay, mixed group. Okay. When I was just entering into your campus, I saw a very big billboard which says that MBA STEM. What is that? STEM. What does STEM stand for? One. Anyone? Yes.
Science, technology, engineering and maths.
Did you got any answer for this in the last 9 days? Okay. Yes. The next 2 years, this will be your talk of the day. Please sit down. Thank you. And as I proceed to talk to you about the Industry 5.0, I want to take you on the timeline. You should know about what has happened to the rest of the 4. Today we are going to talk about 5.0. It was in the year 18th century and late 19th century. We all know that industrial revolution happened. Okay, what was the achievement? What was the accomplishment of that period? Yeah, it was only then that manpower has moved to machine power. And it was more of mechanical in nature. Many new inventions came into being, and most importantly, it was the railroads have developed, transcontinental, the cotton textile mills were growing up, electricity was invented, and many other inventions which we have enjoyed, still enjoying, were all part and parcel of the industrial revolution, and that was categorized as industry 1.0. primarily the manpower has transformed into machine power. Then the second industrial revolution, pre the World War II, where we have come across mass production. Electric power, steam power, water power came into being, and industry was supplemented with these types of energies to sustain their production. Most of the cars that you have seen those days, ambassador cars, Fiat cars, etc., were born during that point of time. That goes with the industry 2.0. Then industry 3.0, the post World War II, early 70s and mid 70s, we got introduced to a new terminology called computer. The early days computer was so just like a box, with not much of any features. And only that time people were talking about automation. Only at that time people were talking about how to get the work done fast. This is the time when Germany was losing and Japan was escalating itself. We are moving from a machine-based environment to a more of electronic-based environment, where Japanese have taken their upper hand, and most of the things that today we use are electronics based, right from your calculator or your laptop or whatever it is. So at that point of time, in the 70s, early 70s and mid 70s, these are all certain things which you are normally getting into the engineering domain. When I start listening to this, in fact, it looks like you're sitting in engineering class. Definitely, how does an IoT helps MBA students? How does machine learning is helping MBA students? So this was the terminology that was brought forth in industry 4.0. To what extent the academic institutions, that to the MBA students, are accustomed to this kind of the languages. I am really happy and congratulate Dr. MS for introducing this STEM concept. I think he is the number one in this region. You can give a bigger, louder round of applause. He has proved that MBA is no more an MBA without this STEM. And in fact, you cannot graduate. I really appreciate his responsibility towards the younger generation. You cannot move out of this campus or any campus without having yourself immersed in these 4 areas. Now we are envying him whether we can also adapt to such changes. What are the areas that a student should know on the science? What are the areas that students should know on the technological front? The placements do happen based on your knowledge in these areas. Thank you. So, industry, I'll just give you a small example and then I'll move on. How far it has infiltrated into the consumer specific domain. Though we have a lot of jargons like IoT, cloud computing, cognitive computing, etc., I'll just give you a small definition, small example about the usage of big data and data analytics. How many of you are used to Swiggy and Zomato? How many of you use this app for ordering foods? You know that this is a food delivery app. In fact, these people are the classical example of utilizing big data in a different paradigm. At the time when this corona infiltrated into the society, we all know, have gone through that tragedy, and we all know that it was 2 years of lockdown, and everywhere colleges were running classes in online mode. At that point of time, no hotels, no markets, no bazaars. There was only a specific time they were operating, and this is the way that Swiggy and Zomato become so conscious, because that is the marketplace for them. they thought if they don't do that right now, they will never grow later on. So they were so marketing well, and the government granted permission for them to deliver foods during these days. There was one of my neighbor who was in my apartment who used to order food through this app, and it was a routine thing and nothing happened. The delivery was there, etc., etc. But one fine morning, the customer got a statistics. It's saying that, sir, your favorite food is biryani, and you order this particular food very often. Where did they got this information? And you are the number one customer in this region for the last 1 year. That means somebody else, by seeing my order, by seeing my usage here, were able to capture the data and were able to tell me that what I have done the last 1 year. This is really the example of data analytics. The same thing is Apple is using, same thing is Flipkart is using, the same thing is any other online e-commerce business are using it. So there lies the success of Industry 4.0. Finally, I'll close up with Industry 5, where we have started using robotics. Have you ever seen robotics inside the academics universities? It's being practiced in few universities abroad. Robotics is used in healthcare extensively, and robotics perform surgeries. So these are some of the inventions that are coming up in the 5.0 era. And finally, the ultimate objective is that work better and faster. That is the idea with which these kind of things are coming up. Finally, I also underline the word which Buglaji sir was also telling, that these developments is not to
appropriately presented your reviews with the most prominent examples we have really enjoyed. Now, without taking much time, I would like to invite Dr. M. Shivakumar sir, Chairperson, School of Business, Madurai Commonwealth University, to share his views. So all can put your hands together.
Asking me once again regarding the 6 alphabets A to F. Introduce yourself. Okay. Okay.
My name is Sri Manikasalan from second year MBA, sir.
Okay. Can tell.
A for artificial intelligence, B for blockchain, C for cloud computing, D for data science,
Wait. Let him try.
E for economics.
Out.
Sorry, sir.
100 rupees out.
It's okay, sir. Not.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So why I spelled out all these 6 or 7 terms nowadays. So these are all the areas which is going to play a vital role in 5.2. Right? So don't bother about 4.0 or 3.0. Exhausted. Okay? You think about the 5.0. So these are all the 6 or 7 areas where we are going to play. Whether these contents are available in the curriculum like MBA, that is the question today. I believe in this institution we had some different M's, the race is between the men and machines. So in 1.0 the ratio of man was high and the ratio of machine was very minimum. And you can see a difference in the 2.0. Machine ratio slightly higher than men. And 3 it is going up. And in 4 once again it is going up. Definitely in 5 the combination of human as well as the artificial intelligence will be equal. So that's the kind of thing we are expecting in 5.0. Can go to the next slide. So this is just our intro call கொடுத்தது. Definitely I believe you listen to Professor Samuel. Sir explain all these things. When Industry 1.0 happened, 1784. When Industry 2.0 happened, 1870. Industry 3.0, 1969. And today, Industry 4.0, and tomorrow it will be Industry 5.0. This is the thing happening, and you can see I will share this PPT with you. You can, since we are having the time limit, I will share this PPT to you. You can go through the things later. Next slide. And why Industry 5.0? So these are all the reasons. Reduce the cost, empowered workers, attracting best talents in the industry, training for evolving skills, competitive edge, and safety well-being. Collectively, Industry 5.0 is a solution provider for people and for our planet. This is the point touched by Professor Pugalindi. That is the social conscience towards everything. Okay? Next slide. Next slide, sir. So these are the benefits of 5.0. Customization, upskilling, better roles for humans, enhanced customer experience, and coexistence of humans and robots. So this is the area we have to think a lot. Coexistence of humans and robots. Sir told about the robotic usage in the field of healthcare. In Madurai, 2 hospitals are very popular for robotic surgery. One is Meenakshi Mission Hospital. Another one is Vadamalaya. Preeti Hospitals. They are very popular too for this robotic surgery, robotic assisted surgeries, because the robot cannot alone do the operations. Okay, we have to assist the robot, and mutually it will happen. Okay. Few years back, when Meenakshi Mission Hospital introduced this robot, they announced on advertisement. They asked the people to name the robot. How many of you know that? In all the buses and all the codings and other things they release on advertisements, we need a name for the robotic surgery in Meenakshi Mission Hospital. You have to select a suitable name for that particular robot like that. பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா அந்த கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா? நிறைய பேர் அனுப்பிச்சாங்க, பட் ஃபைனலி தே ஹவ் செலக்டட் ஒன் நேம். அந்த நேமாவது தெரியுமா? சோஃபியாவா? ஓகே, அது நீங்கள் அனுப்பிச்ச பேரோ? ரைட். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய பேர் அனுப்பிச்சிருப்பாங்க இல்லையா, அவங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்ச பேர் சூட்டபிளான ஒரு நேம் அனுப்பிச்சிருப்பாங்க. பட் ஃபைனலி தே ஹவ் செலக்டட் ஒரு நேம் கால்ட் அஸ் கிளி. ஏன் அந்த கிளிங்கிற பேரை செலக்ட் பண்ணாங்கன்னா, கிளி வந்து நம்ம சொல்கிறத அப்படியே சொல்லணும் இல்லையா. சிமிலர்லி ஒரு ரோபோட்டை வந்து நீங்கள் ஒரு இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா அதை அப்படியே செய்யும், அக்யூரேட்டாக செய்யும். ஸோ அந்த ஒரு கான்டெக்ட்ஸில் வந்து கிளிங்கிற நேமை வந்து அவங்க சூஸ் பண்ணி எதுக்கு இதெல்லாம் பண்ணாங்கன்னு சொல்லி ஆஸ் அ மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் ப்ரொஃபஷனல் நீங்கள் யோசிக்கணும். ஏன்னா அந்த ரோபோட்டிக் எங்கிட்ட இருக்குது அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறத விட அதை ஒரு கான்டெஸ்ட்டாக கொண்டு போகும்போது, நீங்கள் பாருங்கள் 3 வருஷம் கழிச்சு அதை நான் ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிளாக சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன், நீங்கள் அதை கேட்டுட்டு இருக்கீங்க. உங்களுக்கு அதுக்கு சம்மந்தமே கிடையாது, பட் ஸ்டில் யூ ஆர் ஏபிள் டு நோ த பர்டிகுலர் ஐடியா. Right? Next slide. So this is the coexistence of human and robots. Future-ல நீங்கள் போகிற கம்பெனிஸில் இந்த மாதிரி சிச்சுவேஷன்ஸ்லாம் பார்ப்பீங்க. டெஃபினெட்லி நீங்களும் ஒரு ரோபோட்டும் சேர்ந்து ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பீங்க. ஒரு ரோபோ கூட உங்களுக்கு ஹெச்ஆராக இருக்கும், யாருக்கு தெரியும்? ரைட். நெக்ஸ்ட், கம்பெனிஸ்குள்ளே போய் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இப்படி தான் இருக்கும். லேப்டாப்பில் ஃபுல் அண்ட் ஃபுல் ரோபோ. எந்திரன் படம் பார்த்தீங்க இல்லையா, அதெல்லாம் உண்மையாகிட்டு இருக்கு. So we have to thank Director Shankar for making the things to know, right? எந்திரன் வந்து வரும்போது யாருமே பெருசாலாம் நம்பலை, இப்படிலாம் நடக்குமா ஃபியூச்சரில். ஆனால் இன்றைக்கி நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு, நீங்கள்லாம் கண்கூடாக பார்க்க போகிறீங்க. ஓகே. அண்ட் எங்களை மாதிரி டீச்சர்ஸுக்கெல்லாம் ஒரு பெரிய த்ரெட் என்ன தெரியுமா? we may be replaced by robots very easy. இப்போவே வந்து நார்த்தில் ஒரு ஸ்கூலில் வந்து they have introduced one robo for taking classes. 3 சப்ஜெக்ட்ஸுக்கு, மேக்ஸு, ஃபிசிக்ஸ், கெமிஸ்ட்ரிக்கு. ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் என்ன சொல்கிறாங்கன்னா, ரோபோட்டே இருக்கட்டுங்கிறாங்க. ஏன் அப்படின்னா கேட்டதுக்கெல்லாம் கரெக்டாக பதில் சொல்லிடுது, ஸோ ரோபோட்டே இருக்கட்டும் அப்படிங்கிறாங்க. நிறைய நியூஸ் சேனல்ஸ் they have converted the news readers into artificial intelligence பேஸ்டாக வந்து ஒரு கேரக்டர் உருவாக்கிட்டு அந்த கேரக்டர் தான் நியூஸை ரீட் பண்ணி. ஸோ டீச்சிங், ரீடிங் நியூஸு இந்த மாதிரிலாம் வெரி ஈஸிலி we can replace with artificial intelligence. So these are all the things going to happen in 5.0. Next up. So ஒரே ஒரு சின்ன எக்ஸாம்பிள் மட்டும் உங்களுக்கு நான் இதில் காமிச்சிருக்கேன். இன்சூரன்ஸ் இஸ் ஒன் ஏரியா very popularly studied in management and commerce. இதில் லேட்டஸ்ட்டாக பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இன்சூர்டெக் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கான்செப்ட், இன்சூரன்ஸ் ப்ளஸ் டெக்னாலஜி கால்ட் அஸ் இன்சூர்டெக், ரைட்? ஸோ இதில் வந்து வாட் ஆல் த வேரியஸ் காம்பனன்ட்ஸ் விச் இஸ் அவைலபிள் இன் 5.0 யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்குது அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா artificial intelligence, machine learning, internet of things, that is called as IoT, then smartphone apps, cyber security, big data, drones and blockchain. Okay, so இதெல்லாம் காம்பினேஷனில் ஒரு இன்சூரன்ஸ் செக்டரில் எப்படி டெக்னாலஜி ஓரியன்டாக ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணுறது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இது ஒரு சின்ன எக்ஸாம்பிளாக எடுத்துக்கலாம். அண்ட் மெனி திங்ஸ் ஆர் தேர் டு ஸ்பீக் அபவுட் 5.0 and definitely I believe you'll ask a lot of questions in the panel discussion and we are able to answer for that. Once again, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. The cream of the cake of what sir has presented to all of us is, you all must have noticed the statement that sir has made during his presentation. Industry 5.0 is all about the race between a human being and the machines, number one. And he also explained this, what Industry 5.0 in a crystal clear manner. We have really gained wonderful insights, sir. Thank you so much. Now I would like to call upon Dr. K. Shivakumar sir, the director from Jamal Muhammad Institute of Management Studies, Kochi, to share his views.
Thank you, Shiva. Shiva and me are classmates since 1990s, so almost more than 3 decades we are friends. Beyond that, just for the information, Shiva, you shared about the information about InsurTech. So already they are having in our syllabus called FinTech and Blockchain. We have added this InsurTech as a part. InsurTech, RegTech, InvestTech, and cyber security. All these things we have as a part of our FinTech and Blockchain module. Last 2 years they are offering it. Thank you. Over to Dr. K. Shivakumar, my friend from Trichy. Please.
வணக்கம். எல்லா புகழும் உங்களுக்கு. வணக்கம் அப்படின்னா கற்றல் அர்த்தம். எத்தனை பேருக்கு தெரியும் தெரியல. வணக்கம்னா கற்றல். We are in the phase of learning, rapid learning, continuous learning. That's what 5.0 talks about today. And I have to thank Professor MS who has invited me to Madurai to meet such vibrant and dynamic personalities who are being operating management education in a brilliant way. And I was taking notes from them whenever they were talking. And going to the 5.0, what actually you are going to do with this 5.0? I've heard about the word called VUCA world. Volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. This corona, which has given a lift for this technology should happen at 10 years, and this technology all should come in the year of 2035. But because of corona, all the technology has taken place within these 2 years. So one side we feel bad about corona, but the other side we could see that the technology has come up and reached our hands and is supporting everyone today. And today we talk about ChatGPT, right? People are very comfortable, students are very comfortable with ChatGPT. Giving an assignment, within 5 minutes you are able to do an assignment. Earlier, during our days, we had to go to the library, beg, borrow. The teachers will not let the information, you have to stand before them, please give the notes. Today it's not so. ChatGPT is helping you to frame your resume, get the content. When you go to Google, you have Humpty number, you cannot have authentic, which is good. But ChatGPT is helping you a lot in getting the right information. But don't stick on to ChatGPT. Even a lot of institutions have banned ChatGPT. It can be used for the welfare to know knowledge. And today we have customization. That's what the last 5.0 is talking about, customization. We have been with the mass production when 3.0, 4.0 all was mass production to reach the customers. Today customers say, this even the BMW car or the Ferrari that you're looking for, I want in such a fashion. You can design your car and you can take your car to your home. So customization has become so prominent today. Even students are being in the board of studies and they ask, these are the requirements that we need to do. So it has become so customization. Without customization, we cannot be in this world today. That's what in organization also, they customize and see that we require a person who can think differently. And learning was once a great, you have to spend a lot of money, you have to go abroad to study, if you want to study at Harvard or Cambridge. Today, you can do a course sitting in India at MADURAI. Online courses are available. You can meet Harvard professors who are able to handle classes. So such a 5.0 is given. It is not only in technology, even in the learning process also. And people and the previous speakers are talking about the well-being of people. Earlier, when machines were being replaced with human, people got addicted to machine, and they said machine can do everything. And now the realization has come back and say people are more important. And we have been talking about MDG, Million Development Goals, a decade back. Now people are talking about SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. You have to sustain people. You have to be with people. And we have to take care of the people. Because people, even the Chandrayaan 3 we are talking about today, had a soft landing at moon. And we all should be happy and proud to be in India. And it all happened, artificial intelligence was used in all the last phase of 15 minutes. But still, that was being constructed by a human being. All the information was fed by a person. So, humans are going to be the person who is going to bring in technology. Tomorrow we don't know what type of technology is going to come in. But for every technology behind, humans are there. Don't ever believe that humans will be replaced. You will be replaced with different skills, different knowledge, but humans ever, still this world exists, you cannot be replaced. You can replace the skill, knowledge, which is required at that point of time. And the change management today, which is the biggest challenge for all the organizations. Because earlier, when you get into any organization, adapting to the technology, adapting to the system, it could be like a decade you could there, or you switch over to some other company, the same system will be there. But today, each and every organization have their own system, which is working towards the development. Industrial revolution is happening, technology upliftment is happening, competition is happening, and you students have to be prepared to 5.0. Earlier management, we leaders or managers. Today we cannot be so. We have to be technocrat also. We need to know how things are working in the operating level. That's why even if you become an HR, they talk about strategic HR. They talk about operations HR. You have to be part and parcel of the operations. Without knowing that, you cannot recruit a person. Even today, recruitment is happening through technology. Right? If you put a resume, unless the keywords are there, your resume is not being clicked by the system. So you should be careful how the job description is there, what job specification is there, how do you put it in your resume, and you have to make it point that your resume is job selected. And a lot of demand from the customer. The customers are demanding, these are the things that I require. No more that you produce something and pitch to the customer. The customers are asking, this was the features that is required. So you think about Steve Jobs, who thought about the iPhone, and it can be a premium segment, and still it is at the top of the market today. That's the technology which was being done by Steve Jobs in 90s itself. So that sort of projective techniques has to be there. And he thought 20, 30 years ahead. So today, the value system which is losing in the growth market, where people are seeing profit, people are seeing the balance sheet, people are seeing the growth, development. Today, people are seeing the value system improvement. They want the value system not to be lost. Because the value system creates the social system. The social system again creates the industry to grow with. So you all keep everything, technology can be one part, but the value system, the society has to grow and the sustainability has to happen. So with a few words, and today we have gig economy, right? Earlier we join one job, does one job. Today we have gig economy, you can see a person doing multiple things and they try to enrich themselves. So if you have a skill, you can sell them. All is of technology today. Thank you for the opportunity. Hope that you all are being and come with the flying. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The bottom line of sir's talk is, gone are those days when companies were manufacturing the products based on its requirement, based on the resources it has had. But now, the trend has completely changed. The companies have started manufacturing the products purely based on the requirement of the customers. This is the first point that we really admire, sir. And the second one, sir has rightly pointed out the importance of sustainable development goals. All the second year MBA students must be knowing, in our MBA program, we have initiated a new strategy or new method called Atmabola. That's self-learning. Twice a week, all the students must stay back in the afternoon and they need to make a presentation about these 17 sustainable development goals. Beyond that, they also will have to make the presentation about popular business personalities and related books too. So this is the second thing that we really enjoyed listening to you, and it was really useful, sir. And now I would like to invite our beloved Madam Dr. Pavitra from Saurashtra College to share her views about this industry 5.0.
This session is moving like a test match. In a cricket match, what may happen at times when the opening batsman gets out at the early stage, there will be a responsibility of the middle order batsman, and tail order batsman will be having a lot of pressure. But I am able to see in this test match, all the batsmen are equally playing very good runs. So I trust at the end of this match we will be having more scores on the board. So we can see 600 plus scores because every batsman has to hit 100. So we have 6 big batsmen here, including 1 batswoman, right? So we will be scoring 600 plus today. So with all the hopes, I will let you talk about that.
Because of the cheerful of the students.
Yeah. Wonderful listeners. Much more applause to yourself. Keep on clapping will appreciate and increase your blood circulation to heart. That is good for heart. So when you clap, it is not for the person, it is for yourself. For your own blood circulation, for your own heart wellness, you are clapping.
Good afternoon, one and all. Good afternoon. First of all, I would really thank RL management and Subramaniam sir for this opportunity again. So last year I was being invited, and again it's an excitement to meet you students. Sir, I know I would just like to tell how hard it is to come and speak at the last, because all of our big giants have covered all the points. So let me try to make it into a nutshell. Yeah, sir, my dear. So everywhere there are expectations. So expectations are there from your parents. So now we are going to see the expectations of the industry. So every day the expectations of the industry has been increasing day by day. So can we go to the PPT first? This is a video which I will be sharing in between. I am not taking much time. So Dr. NMP RL. Okay, fine. So Dylan is getting prepared. So let me just take it up. I'm very sorry for this, sir. Right. So the first question, let us be interactive if you don't mind, because it is a lunch time, so I could understand your situation. If I show you the number 5, what will your answers be? If I am showing the number 5, what can you tell about this number 5? Okay, fine. Yeah, well and good. Anything else? 5. Sorry? I don't get it. Quick. Number 5. 5 hours. Okay. Anything else? 5 hours. Okay. Anything else? Let us not be curriculum based. Please come out of that. See, as an MP, you should be out of box thinking, right? So, anything else apart from that? Please come out of your syllabus. 5 stars. Oh my, that's lovely. So, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Anything else apart from that? Sorry? Maybe sir is very much hearing that. Next slide. So all these slides were just I was trying to encourage you. Next slide, sir. Next. So this is what I wanted to ask you. So now this 5, sir was very much close to that. So I'm going to talk about this 5, which not only focuses on the employment skills, but also about the life skills. See, till now our giants were talking about like technology is being crossed up. And how do we find human-centric is being focused. So what is this human-centric? It is nothing but the human labor. So what is this human? How do we concentrate on that? So what I felt was like, why don't you give a small diversion? Next slide, sir. Yeah, next. Next. So these are the elements of nature. So I hope I am right, which is close to your point. So I thought, why don't we touch up the elements of nature? So anybody else? These are the 3 elements. The other 2 elements? Exactly. Very good, very good. Next slide, sir. Right. So these are the 5 elements. And how do we connect this with our life skills? Is there any connectivity? Is there any connectivity? Of course, yes. So air, if you take, what is the nature of an air? What is the feature of an air, ma? Sorry? Breathing. Okay, anything else? How does, yes? Okay, right. How does an air pass by? How does an air pass by? It passes through anything, is it or not? Does it have any restrictions? No, okay. So similarly, all these 5 elements have got different unique features. Do you agree to me or not? Do you agree or not? Okay. So apart from that, we have got fire and water. So each and every element is very much connected to these life skills and employability skills. So as sir said, there is very limited time, ma'am. Please finish it quickly. So at this juncture, I want to talk about the need of the RS. Which one? Which element? Which element? Okay, fine. Opinion is different. No issues. So according to it can be fire, and according to me, I felt water is the best, which is the need of the earth. So can you please tell me what is the features of water? Sorry? Yeah, okay, it's drinking water. Anything else? Features of water. Can you please be loud? Okay, very good. So it changes its shape. Okay, fine. Anything else? Anything else? It has got lots of characteristics. Next slide, sir. So why I took water is, the main thing is adaptability. There are many more features like adaptability, purity. So let me just get quickly one by one. Next one, sir. Yeah. The first one is the clarity. So when we are going to fight with this technology, with a machine, okay, how do we fight? How do we fight? So what I thought is, why don't we focus on the human-centric areas? So when you are into the field, it is better that you be clear in your thoughts. Do you agree? Are we right or not? We have to be clear in our thoughts. Next one, sir. Please be cool enough. It's always a good saying that please be cool enough. Whatever comes by through you, please stay calm and cool. Please be patient. Yeah, that's a great word, power. So please, the video one. So I'll just show you a small video. I hope you'll understand from that video. So just see what is happening. Exactly, you're right. So you students are really with me, I think. So you're able to answer. Fine. So just see the pressure, the force that it gives. It is nothing but water. So with that force of water, how is it making that hole? It is making different shapes, right? So how should we be? Should we be powerful or not? Should we be powerful or not? I didn't hear it, sir? Yes, right. Next one. So this is powerful. The next one is, so I got another video also for this one. So what do you understand by this video? Again, it is related to water. Sorry? Yes. So what is not only flowing, what else can you see? Out of box thinking. What else can you understand from this video? Okay, anything else? What is it passing through? It is passing through stones. Did you see or not? There are pebbles and stones. So in our life also we'll be having lots of issues, problems, hurdles. So how should we be? Is the water stopping anywhere? Is the water stopping anywhere? It is just going. It is just moving. It is just finding its destination. So your role also is to reach your destination. Whatever hurdles you're going to face. Am I right or not? Yeah. Next one. So I hope all of you are with me. Okay, right. I'm just finishing. Yeah, this is also a wonderful one. So previous slide. So I just mentioned how these guys are jumping. You see the leap, how they are making. So our leap also should be so strong and powerful. Reflection, yes. Always when we see water, sometimes we see our face, right? So what do we see? It's nothing but the shadow. Does the water change the nature? It doesn't change. So we should also be like that. So whatever happens in and around us, it should not affect us. We have to just concentrate on our goals and objectives. So as you said, adaptability. Yes, that's a very common point. And a small difference is you should have that ability, the talent to adapt yourself. Wherever you go, you will have the same consequences of issues, politics or whatever it is. As everybody said, technology, machine. Okay, so you should have that ability to adapt yourself, right? And I've given you a few lines. Entire water of the sea can't sink the ship unless it gets inside the ship. Similarly, negativity of the world cannot put down you unless you allow it to get inside you. So whatever happens, please stay as you are. There should not be any change which is required unless it is a positive change. Next one, sir. The idea is that flowing water never goes stale. So just keep on flowing. So have that encouragement always with you. And the slide. So please hurry up. Please don't think I'm still in the first year, first semester. No. Okay? Any moment, any time, you should be up to yourself. Right? And thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am. Though the element, can I have your attention? But how it is correlated to the MBA students is, you need to develop adaptability skill, especially when you are on job. You cannot say this is what my character is, and my character cannot be suitable for the work environment of this organization. You should not say. You need to adopt yourself to the work culture of an organization. This is what the first point is all about. And the second one, ma'am has said, cool. Water is always chill. It can also be hot. That's the second case. It will be cool all the time. The same way, you need to keep yourself in a cool manner. This is a highly stressful world. Stressful world. There would be a lot of obstacles and hurdles, but you should know how to keep yourself in a cool manner by surmounting all the obstacles. And the third one, beautiful point that I admired is a reflection. A reflection means when you see yourself, when you stand right near the pond, you can see your own reflection or image. The same way, you need to display, you need to reflect your quality in workplace. This is how I presume. Ma'am, we have really enjoyed your session. You have taken one simplest of a simple element by demystifying the concept of water element. You have presented wonderful ideas. We have really enjoyed, madam. And one more thing, if my memory serves well, in the last 2.5 years, this would be either third or fourth visit of Pavitra ma'am. Last year, I remember seeing her for our as an external examiner. We had very close association with Pavitra ma'am. I'm grateful to you. Without taking much time, I would like to call upon our beloved one panel member, Dr. M. Balaji sir, head the MBA program, Rlims College, Virudhunagar.
See, like, again, I used to quote a statement from cricket match. We have different type of batsmen and batswomen. We have seen Sky kind of batsman, Surya Kumar Yadav kind of batsman. You identify who is Surya Kumar Yadav here, right? So I see everybody Sky here. There are people who are like Ajinkya Rahane, who keep on rolling runs but staying in the crease. And we have batsmen who can change the game changer. So we have all types of batsmen here, but the runs they keep on scoring. So the next best run getter, we have Dr. M. Balaji here.
We are getting wins because of the best third umpire of the world in this. Because of the decisions.
Good afternoon. I really thank for the organizing team for giving me the opportunity to stand before you, and I am seeing 10 minutes time allotted for each speaker, but my time yesterday afternoon 2 p.m. onwards starts with my friend, my mentor. What time you are coming, how I pick up you, all those things. He explained everything. Even now today also, morning itself also they following me. So still my time countdown starts now. Okay. Topic, excellent topic, Industry 5.0. Every year changing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But are we changing as a MBA student? Compared to senior to juniors, faculty to faculty, department to department, are we changing? Industry expectations are quite high, but are we changing? See, Sivakumar sir excellently pointed out, Madurai Kamaraj University chair professor, artificial intelligence, big data, e-commerce. If I ask you to speak out the particular one thing, how it works means, you will say 1,000 different type of answers. I am asking you single line, how big data works. If I ask you means, you will say clear answer. But our problem is how it works, which company adapt in our familiarity way. If I ask you me means, I will say big data. The first Indian company, Matrimony. I think you all aware of it. Murugavel is an economist and BSc Maths and completed MCA. Then started career in US, returned back to India, started BharatMatrimony.com. This is the first company in India. Okay, artificial intelligence. If I ask you, you will say beautiful answers more than the book. Which company operated? How we are familiar with the artificial intelligence? Samsung. In the DVD player itself, when you switch off the DVD, then you replay it. Automatically, where you stop at the same place, you can get it. Then e-commerce, 1991, internet era, everything you are speaking. If I ask you how it works and all, you will say superb answer. But if I ask you which company started, Snapdeal and Flipkart. This is the first Indian companies they started. Before that, there is a one company name called eBay. But unfortunately, the company not around here. So everything in and around here. But are we aware of all the technologies? Blockchain, big data, STEM, and all those things. Management is a science or art. This is the first topic we started with management side. But we are safely telling management is science and art both functionally. Because problems, different type of dynamic problem, science is totally different. It's a approximate, not a approximate, accurate answers. So we are living in this stage, Industry 5.0. But how we grab it? How we are going to grab it? By reading the magazines, by reading the articles from the internet, or visiting the companies, or discussing with the panel members. How we are going to match our level to fit into this level. Every time
I speak with my senior and my mentor, Subramaniam sir, what type of elective this year you are introducing, sir. Because he had a very good vision. He is running the department in the calendar year 2023. But he is leading the department calendar, not a calendar year, Subramaniam era 2050. 2050ல ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரி எப்படி இருக்கணுமோ அதுக்கு அழகா இப்பவே எடுத்துட்டு போயிட்டு இருக்காரு. லாஜிஸ்டிக்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு சின்ன டாபிக் அப்படின்னு நம்ம நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம். ஆனால் லாஜிஸ்டிக்ஸே அடுத்த கட்டத்துக்கு கொண்டு போயிட்டாரு. Every year I used to discuss and visit this same place. Last year I came here. Even though I am a director of India Institute, VHNSN College, this is the only college I used to come with my students as accompanying staff member, because the way he organized the program is quite interesting and informative. That's why I came here. Right. So this is the one changes. How the changes you accept it. Blockchain technology, everything we are discussing. How you are accepting. If I ask you means you will say, sir, this is a nature, this is a time to change. 17,000 applications in your Apple iPhone, but how many of you are using 17,000 applications? Your washing machine have so many options, sensor systems. How many of you are using? Every time in your Flipkart browsing history, the informations are available. How many of you know what is browsing history? This is the one. See, the technology is within us. How we are seeing, what is the name of it? I think you are all aware of it, Rameswaram Cafe, Bangalore. The rejected student by one professor. You are not fit for business. Go for a job. Then she took up a challenge and she completed the challenge. Finally she won, and now she is having the vision to open the shop all over India. A single woman from Karnataka. Now she is the millionaire business to billionaire business. And I think you all discussed about, you may have heard the word, the former name, Enterprise Resource Planning, ERP. American company, that company, German company, Italian company, everything they started. But in Tamil Nadu, a small company, a hotel, first they started the business, ERP. I think you all aware of it. In Chennai, there is a famous hotel name called Sarana Bhavan. They introduced the ERP system. If you ask the system manager how many idlis can make after 1 hour, how many dosa can make, means within a second he will tell you the report, input, output report, what is the business and all. So this is all we are using. But the only problem is, are we updating? As a student, once you see any technology, please try to know the terminology. Please try to understand the technology name. Even though you have a very good arts background, no problem. Try to understand what is the technology name. The one and problem within us, science students are very good expert in knowing the technology. Arts students, we are lacking. Best example, the way we use the computers. PowerPoint presentation starts from PowerPoint presentation to designing the brochures. Are we using the this is the one. So as a student, try to know the technologies. Not a MBA student, here I am seeing some UG students also, right? So this is the one I like to say. And changes everywhere. You want to meet this industry 5.0 companies, you also must be updated. The one and only basic information here I like to quote. You want to meet industry 5.0 standard companies means you must have a strong communication skills. Then only you can reach. Then commitment to the core areas and the academic and the non-academic areas. If I ask you, how many of you stay back after college hours? If I ask you means, there will be a minimum answer. After 3:30 or 4. How many hours you are spending in the library? You are paying for it. How many hours you are spending lab? You are paying for it. Then how you expect the industry standard 5.0? Then case study. The fundamental problem, case study is super, pakka. By hearing the information from my friend, this is the case study, this is the story, wow, super case study. But when I look into the case study, I started to read, I can't understand. This is the problem. So case study, try to understand, this is the way you can improve your levels. Different type of strategies adopted by company. Robotic everywhere used, I agree. But still one motor company, they are using manual method for drawing the outline of the petrol tank design. That is the first company, still they are charging industrial visit for one student 1,500 rupees, highest charging company. Even though that company relaunched the product, closed for 10 years, they relaunched the product. The name of the company is Mitsubishi company. Name of the product, two-wheeler, brand name, you all aware of it. The guy's bike, guy's preferred bike, Royal Enfield. You can see the double lines drawing on the petrol tank. Still they are using manual method. But this is the costliest company visiting the students, entering the students, charging 1,500 rupees. So this is the way, still the technologies. If you have a chance to visit Hyundai company Sri Berumbudur, you can't see the people, only you can see robotics. Excellent manufacturing system. Here the different, that is the different. So this is the way you should know where technology plays, where technology not plays. Every product industry, especially spicy making industry, masala companies, all those companies, they are following big data. If I ask you names, you will say so many company names, knownly, familiarly in Tamil Nadu. But how many of you know MDR Masala company? How many of you know Everest Masala company? You all know it. Why I am asking? Corona have two effects. One is all North Indian foods enter into the Tamil Nadu. Before that, we don't know how to prepare paneer butter masala, but we are familiar with paneer butter masala. All paneer companies have a huge business. Milky Mist, they sold only butter and cheese and other products. But now their main target is paneer. If you have a chance to visit Milky Mist, you can. They are permitting us without charging. Even they are giving 100% support. But the only condition, 30 days before you should get a prior approval. So then you are lucky guy. You already visited means you are lucky guy, right? So this is the way you should get exposure to the 5.0. At the same time, you should have also the mindset to learn. So this is my words. I thank the opportunity given for me, right? And I am very happy to see the students, different type of students, the way you organize the program, the way you listen the program. Congrats and best wishes my students. Thanks a lot. Once again,
changes will keep coming up, so we must be prepared to accept the changes that come our way. And the second one sir has rightly pointed out is we all need to be tech savvy. Sir has highlighted and thrown intellectual light on different aspects of this industry 5.0. One of such a dimension is you all have to be tech savvy. You all must be good, not good, you must be excellent at technology, using technology. You cannot say, it can even be about using a simple MS Word document or MS Excel. But you must be good at that. If you are not, your sustainability in the workplace will be questioned. This is the second point that we really admired, sir. And the another one sir has presented to all of us is you need to update yourself. Do you all remember this week we had a guest speaker who is a managing director of IBACUS Tech, Mr. Danish. He was speaking on the title called Upskilling Yourself. Okay, what industry requires in the future? Are you marching towards that requirement? You should not march towards your own requirement. Industry does not want that. Industry has got its own specific requirement. Are you marching towards that? And the entire MBA curriculum is designed based on such a way, sir. The entire MBA curriculum has been crafted by our faculty team members, and we take this syllabus content to the industry experts, alumni, and we seek their intellectual input and suggestion, and we incorporate. And the syllabus the students have got in their hands is the contemplation and deliberation over the faculty members, industry experts, and alumni. So thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Balsu sir, who is, I have heard a lot about this person. Sir is currently running Balsu Academy. It is situated in Simacol. I often see sir's message on WhatsApp group, and sir's institute has given a lot of benefits to the students community. Sir is also one of the board members. It is my immense pleasure in welcoming him to share these views.
Thank you. So thank you, Selvam. Because we all are talking about artificial intelligence, data science. I believe in the success, personally for my career, is rather than artificial intelligence, I believe in human interface network. The human interface network is the biggest one I feel beyond artificial intelligence. I think my friends also would accept that. So artificial intelligence should be enabled by we like human beings, and that is one. Secondly, rightly pointed out by many of the experts here on case study, all of our students first year, second year, they all have been given free Harvard business case study account, and they're free to get access till they are graduating MBA from here. So for the next 2 years, they are given Harvard account to them. I trust many of you might have opened. Right. So you opened your account, and we have offered them that service. And thirdly, as many of you said that every B school have its unique feature, and everybody is delivering the best. I know about my colleagues sitting over here, starting from Sam or Shivakumar from Jamal or Balaji or Pavitra. Everybody is trying and giving their level best. So we all have scored our runs. I trust all the 6 balls have gone out of the park, and it is lying out of the park. So Balsu is here to bring all the balls into the stadium, and he will say let us start from scratch. So Balsu as an industry representative on the floor. Thank you, Balsu.
Good afternoon, people. Last speaker before lunch. Enakkum pasikide. Right. Industry 5.0, very good. We have nice inputs and insights from all the stalwarts sitting here. How, or let us say, I will start with a small question. Adhe question now, first ticket. Are we all ready for Industry 5.0? Lunch it up and the question back. Are we ready for Industry 5.0? Are we ready for Industry 6.0? 7.0? How about 8.0 or 10.0? The reason I am asking this question is, when we started our career, we were somewhere like 2.0 or 2.1 or 3.0 in computer field. That's when computers started. Actually, 90s is when I studied computer, right? And at that time, no engineering student, no science student used to go for computer courses. You know who used to go for that? Commerce students. You know why? Bill podradhukku use agum computer knowledge. So commerce students used to go learn computer, go for job employment in some places where you can sit in a counter and put bills. இன்னைக்கு யோசிச்சு பாருங்க எப்படி இருக்கு கம்ப்யூட்டர் ஃபீல்ட்.
Appo, if I have studied only that, adula I would have settled. I would have settled in that particular field called bill portal. But then what happened? Because I was aligned towards education, we happen to look what is coming next. As a management student, we should be foremost a trend watcher. Are we watching trends? Are we following trends? Trend pakrama? How many commerce students, engineering students, computers, point? How many commerce students play PUBG? Sir, that's technology, sir. Sir. Will this work? In the tool, MBA tool, you use it. See, MBA is a tool. That is like I am going and buying a, let's say, a scissor. What is the purpose of a scissor? To cut something, right? Scissor timer. Right? I am going to make some bulls run. Right? 3 bull run. If you bull you can marry my daughter. Fierce bull விட போறேன் 3 bull விட போறேன் ஏதாவது புல்லோட வாளை தொட்டிட்டீனா you can marry my daughter. நம்மால ஓகே சூப்பர் பண்ணிடுவோம். ஸ்டேடியம்ல நிக்கறாரு கூட்டம் உட்கார்ந்திருக்கு. he is standing there, first bull அங்க ஓபன் பண்ணி விடுறாங்க. இது பார்த்தா பயங்கரமா இருக்கு. கொடூரமா பயங்கரமா. A raging bull coming towards you. முடிச்சுக்கலாமா? கதை வேணுமா? This is power of communication. அப்ப என்னாச்சு? Bull is raging and coming. நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம்? ஐயோ இதெல்லாம் தொடர்ந்து இவ்வளவு பயங்கரமா இருக்கு. பயங்கரமா இருக்கு சார், பண்ணவே முடியாது என்னால. எனக்கு செல்ஃப் டவுட் ஆகி போச்சு, பயங்க முடியாது வேண்டாம்ட்டாரு. இன்னும் 2 சான்ஸ் இருக்குல்ல. பாத்துக்கலாம். அந்த புல் ஓடிடுச்சு, ஒரு தப்பிச்சிட்டாரு. முட்டிக்காம தப்பிச்சிட்டாரு. Now he says, okay sir, second bull I will try. Second bull அதோட பயங்கரமா இருக்கு. Very hefty, very fierce and raging bull coming towards him. அது அங்க ஆரம்பிக்கும்போது இவர் ஓடி ஒளிஞ்சிட்டார். ஐயோ இதுக்கு நான் நிக்க முடியல, போயிட்டார். மூணாவது புல் பாத்துக்கிறேன். மூணாவது புல் ஒரு சாது புல், மெதுவா வருது. நோஞ்சா புல், just coming like that. He is very happy. I have achieved, I'll get my girl today. The bull மெதுவா வந்து பார்க்கறாரு, வாலே இல்ல. வாலே இல்ல. என்ன புரிஞ்சுக்கிறோம் பாருங்க. இந்த கதை எங்கனாலும் அப்ளை பண்ணலாம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கம்பெனி சும்மா அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணி பார்த்தேன் சார் இன்டர்வியூ எப்படி இருக்குன்னு. செகண்ட் கம்பெனி சும்மா ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்த்தேன் சார். தேர்ட் கம்பெனி என் பொசிஷனுக்கே வரலையே சார். நடக்குதா? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செமஸ்டர் அப்படிதான் இருக்கும், சும்மா தான் சார். செகண்ட் செமஸ்டர் ஐயோ அதுக்குள்ள போயிட்டேன். இதே தான் டெக்னாலஜிக்கும் 4.0, 5.0, 6.0. ஆர் வி ரெடி ஃபார் 6.0, 7.0, 8.0? இன்னைக்கு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி எடுக்கிற பழக்கம் இருக்கா? ஆஸ் எ மேனேஜர் ஆர் வி இனிஷியேட்டர்? ஆர் வி ரெடி டு டச் த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் புல்? அதுக்கான முயற்சியால் பண்ற மாதிரி தான் கேள்வி. வித் தட் ஐ வில் ஸ்டாப் இட். தேங்க் யூ சார்.
Thank you, sir. By narrating a small story, your attention is highly required. We are devoting this time for your intellectual improvement. So, by narrating a small story, he wonderfully explained the concept of making use of the opportunity. This is how I presume is he was under impression. The guy was under impression that the third bull will come. Let me touch the wall. Let me touch the tail of the bull and I can marry the daughter. But he never expected, never in his wildest dream would have he expected that the third bull will come without a tail. So you should not lose the opportunities that come your way. So So this is what my intellectual understanding based on the story what he has narrated. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, without wasting much of the time, as I was discussing with my panel, I have got few questions to be asked to you, what I got from them. So already one of my panel members has agreed to answer this question. So can you hand over the mic to Dr. Sam? No, give the mic. So the first question to Sam on your behalf is, it would be challenging to design the curriculum and finding a suitable resource to teach the students. How you are geared up to meet out these kind of challenges?
I do not know which student has put up this question. My wishes for that student for a very wise question. As far as curriculum designing is concerned, it's always a blended way of doing things. The professor, the director, and the student representatives also do this. When it comes to introducing certain novel subjects like artificial intelligence or data analytics, etc., we have to first of all understand there are two ways of doing things. One, we can upskill our internal faculty members to design the course by sending them to industry and come back and do the homework here. This is one way of doing things. Or for first batch, as a guinea pig batch or initial batch, we will go for collaboration with the industry that is really doing it. Really, you please understand, Deloitte, KPMG, or we all know that they are all parts of the big four, Grant Thornton. These companies, they do have an academic wing, National Stock Exchange, NSE Academy is there, where there are professionals who are available for outsourcing. We can directly bring them inside our campus and make the students understand the concepts through them, which will have a benefit of more of quantitative application and less of theory. So this curriculum, which you are asking us, can be done in this fashion so that we can definitely ensure that end of the day, after going through this course, you will stand apart among the crowd. This is my answer for this.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I trust Balsu want to add some more pointers to this answer. Can you pass the mic to Balsu here? Balsu. Sit down, Balsu. You can sit down and answer. Balsu, you can sit.
Creating a curriculum, creating a curriculum specifically for a management course is from the industry. Specifically Rlims of Management, 3 years the most dynamic curriculum any department would have had would be management. Right? One. Second, nothing point need 5.0 ready. But the point is, we are developing you for the any set of adaptation in the future. Right? Again, now the computers, bill for same concept. But in I know the basics of computers. Any technology, I know how to learn technology. Python, C++, how to learn technology. So the base idea. So again, the point is, curriculum is designed so that you learn basics of how to learn. Technology is a label. ChatGPT is a great example. People 85% plagiarized content is children. ChatGPT is question, ChatGPT question, 85% plagiarized content. Problem is, but before it was launched, there was so much of you and cry about it. But today, do I know how to get content? That is one tool. So don't worry about the labels behind these electives. Okay, fintech, whatever it is, என்னலாம் இருக்கட்டும். Basics மட்டும் ரெடி பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா இனி fintech கோட அவதாரங்கள் என்னலாம் வருதோ you will be able to get ready for it. அதனால question your faculty is more on the basics part of it. அதுதான் அவங்களோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த். இப்போ போலீஸ் சார் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 30 வருஷம் முன்னாடி மார்க்கெட்டிங் படிச்சிருப்பாரு. நான் அவர் படித்தது சொல்லிக் கொடுக்க எதுவுமே இல்லை. இன்னைக்கு லேட்டஸ்டாக எப்படி சொல்லுங்க பேசிக்ஸ் அதே தான். Right? So I think that is where it is very important that the curriculum and the industry are matching, and MBA is a very updated course where MBA கிடைக்காது updated course. Faculty is also updated. அங்கேயுமே நேற்று படிச்சுட்டாங்க. And with a person like MS who is known for சொன்ன மாதிரி 50 வருஷம் முன்னாடி அடுத்து என்ன நடக்கணுமோ அதை பிளான் பண்ணி இப்போ கொடுக்குறோம். Be safe with that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Balsu. I trust second question, what we are planning to ask, I trust Dr. M. Shivakumar from MKV said he will answer. The question to you, Dr. M. Shivakumar, or any of the panelists also can join him in answering it. On your behalf, the question is, many institutions are offering courses which will fetch more career developmental opportunities, but industry is changing much faster than the pace of curriculum updation in the institutions. How are we going to address this problem?
Okay, I don't know who is the person behind this question, but it's a very good question. See, we are running in a speed. The academics, we are running in a speed. The industry is running in another speed. How we are going to match these two things is the question. To my knowledge, in this academic year itself, the affiliated colleges coming under Madurai Kamaraj University, nearly 30 to 40 institutions, they have started the new courses which I have told earlier in the ABCDEF format. Even Madurai Kamaraj University started one UG program in data science and cyber security. If you go to any institution, most of the institutions, they are upgrading their degrees. New courses are coming. 2 years back, IIT Madras, they have started a program called as BAc in this data science, and they offered in the online format. So that in that single year itself, they got more than 1 lakh admissions. See the response, see the requirements. Okay. So based on that only, all the institutions, they have started to upgrade their curriculums, and definitely this combination, academics as well as the companies, one day it will come to the conclusion that we are matching the requirements of the corporates. That's the main thing. But still, learning is a continuous process. I am answering for the previous question also, that is, even though the faculty members are faculty members, they are supposed to learn. There is no end for learning. Even I am learning something from the contents. I am learning something from the co-panel members. Okay? So learning, there is no end. So individual interest is also very much important. How many courses we are learning based on the interest to the online in the online platforms? That also matters. I think here also we are encouraging Subbu that we are encouraging a lot of online programs, which is not in the curriculum but which will be useful for the industry. So in that way we have to develop the things. So that's my opinion. If other members have any opinion, you can share.
Thank you, Dr. Shiva. Let me move on to the third question. We have a couple of more questions. As a student, I would enjoy and learn if all my classes are with case discussions and activity-based learning pedagogy. What innovative pedagogical tools shall be much useful for newly developed or futuristic courses when we find difficulty in comprehending the new course?
Thank you for the opportunity. You can see the first question or second question or the third question. Everything is interlinked. Today, the curriculum which plays a vital role and the industry which is operating as, and definitely you are going to go to industry. then there's a huge gap between industry and academia, where we try to bring in different pedagogy. And people now today, they're very much interested in case study and activity-based learning. It's good, but theoretical is more important to substantiate your statements. You need theoretical, you need models. There you can come with strategic ideas. So that's what even though we have latest technologies or latest happenings of industry, the basic components should not get diluted, because that will have a base or a building which will help us to complicate your any sort of stuff that you try to do. So don't lose hope on the theory and the model, because that works out wherever. That is very strong in science. It is very accurate. If suppose you talk about Chandrayaan 2 and Chandrayaan 3, accuracy is more important. Even a small dip is gone. The Chandrayaan 3 was very accurate. Human error can happen, but we learn from human errors. But again, you have to jump back to theory, jump back to model. So please have this. And the pedagogy keep on changing. Today we are into experiential learning. Like you go to industry. Earlier it was like an industry visit, people go there, just go around and we go on a bus and we come back. But today experiential learning is that you have to be there, you have to identify what the problem, and we have gone little beyond. We are not doing case study analysis today, we make students write cases. You identify a problem in the organization, you write cases. And today we encourage students to write cases, and it is not only the professors or the practitioners to write cases. Even the students can go. When you go for a project, it is not only data collection. You can identify problems, and if it is something that will give back to the organization, that can be written as a paper. So this type of pedagogy of experiential learning, participative learning will help you to grow, the organization will grow, and today, when you think about abroad and India, if we say 1,000 people are there, we have only few people getting into research. But in abroad, many people get into research. That's what R&D is very strong in Western, but we are not very good at R&D. So that has to start stimulating in our minds, trigger in our minds. And we have so much of PhDs coming up, so much paper are getting published, but it is not social implication, industrial level. Your project should be industrial level. Your internship should be industrial level. That will have value to your resume, CV. CV has to be not written, it has to be built. The building is that you experience, participate, put it in your resume. Hope that I have answered this.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Let me just add up one more point, sir. Students are sent for internships. Right? So normally in an internship, we give the written document report as the different departments and the different functionings. My opinion is, see, when you get into some internship procedures, we go into different departments, right? So we should try to analyze what are the issues in each and every department. And during the report submission, I hope it will be better like what issue you have seen, what is the case that you have seen, and what can be the solution can be added in the research. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I would like to add one more point to this. That is, apart from case studies, we can go for some simulation techniques also. And also we can go for some management games. So that will be interesting, as well as the students can very easily understand the context. That's a more important thing I want to say.
That's a good question. Anyhow, the panel members have answered. So what we are trying to do is, as MS sir has told, the Harvard Business School case studies they are given. But as Balsu sir was telling, it's only the attitude of the students play a major role. Because you cannot just complain just like that, the same classes are there or the faculty teaching like that. So attitudinal change is the most important thing for any student, and for MBA and leader is required. The next part is we are also taking them to retail Bazaar Shodhyatra, whereby they will learn what is happening in the field instead of me giving in classes. So if you take a place like Madurai, especially all the jewelry shops are situated one after 3,000 shops. Similarly, textiles. So how a particular, let us say, business is doing that. So they are able to know that much better than dealing in the classes. Similarly, rural bazaar store they are also we have. So like that, so many options we are trying to make the students employable and keep and give them more interest in the courses. Thank you.
I'd like to highlight an important point here. A pedagogy is incomplete if it is not assessed, if it is not evaluated. In the last 10 years or so, we are talking about learning outcome-based education framework. We call it as LOCM. This outcome-based education has become the order of the day in all higher education institutions. Now when we give them the understanding that you can refer to this source, a Harvard source or any other source, will are the 60 students or 120 students go into that? Second thing is the faculty concerned is monitoring them, or do they give them the feedback, what they have learned? All these things should culminate in the evaluation of the pedagogy. At the end of the day, if the students don't learn, this learning process can complete only when we know that whether you learned it or not based on your evaluation. So pedagogy should go hand in hand with the assessment, and the institution should develop rubrics for that. You should have the rubrics, either you have a Viva methodology or you can have a written examination, whatever the method you want to have, you have it. But at the end of the day, these two should go together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So I would like to add, I teach in a couple of IIMs, and what nowadays IIM students are doing, I can share with you. When we give some 30-40 page Harvard case material to them, how they use the AI technology. We talk about ChatGPT and all, AI tool and all. So it is an answer to everyone. There is one tool called specifically AI Summarizer. A tool called AI Summarizer is there. Classical example I can give about AI Summarizer is Quillboard. Quillboard from Google. From Google there is a Quillboard. The Quillboard, what does it do? If I have shared a 42-page case study with, I don't want to mention the IIM, with that IIM students. What they did, beautifully they came on the next day with one-page AI Summarizer report with them. It is not about copy. Instead of investing my 42-page reading, let me get through this one-page summarizer that gives me gist of the story. Then let me go back to the story, I'll read, I'll get a sense. Because they are unable to comprehend the 42-page case study. So what they are doing now, using the AI Summarizer, taking a one-page gist, they understand the story first, then they go for, oh, this is what, I got it. They're able to connect the dots. This one page. This is one of the smart way to use the ChatGPT like AI tool, AI Summarizer. AI Summarizer is doing their job. If you are smart enough, use that for understanding, comprehending the case study. AI is something like a knife without handle today. We can use the same AI to cut an apple or kill an individual. So I see students in IIM, what I have seen, they are using to cut an apple. They are using this AI Summarizer to summarize the case, give it to them, then they go for debriefing and understanding it. So as I said, it is in your hand. Are you going to cut an apple with a knife, or are you going to kill a person? That depends on your way of handling. It is a knife without handle. It may cut you if you overuse it. It may help you if you smartly use it. One more question is that industry keeps on growing along with the technological advancements, whereas our classrooms are not. Sirs, the question on you. Classrooms are not. So how do we equip our classrooms, and what is your take on this?
So this is the performance expected from both the sides. Okay, one side we are having the industry, another side we are having the classroom. And the classroom, people, those who are in the classroom are saying that the classroom is not enough like upgraded like the industry or something like that. Classroom is not only the bricks and the chairs and other things. It's filled with the human being called as students. Okay, நீங்க மனசுல வச்சா அது நடக்கும் first thing. Okay, and also the faculty members and the other participants, stakeholders, continuously they have to support with the upgraded learning. இப்போ எத்தனை பேர் வந்து எத்தனை ஸ்டாஃப் மெம்பர் வந்து they are going for additional online courses அந்த மாதிரிலாம் எனக்கு தெரியல. So that kind of thing we have to encourage, and it depends upon the individual. See, we cannot put everything எல்லாருமே வந்து ஒரே மாதிரி ஒரே தட்டில் பெருசாகிடுவாங்கன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. It depends upon the individual, their capacity, their attitude, okay, their learning process, everything matters. உங்கள் கிளாஸில் வந்து 60 members இருக்கீங்கன்னா we cannot say all the 60 will be in the same placement or in the same level. We cannot say. So many factors are there. So try to understand your SWOT and try to understand to increase the strength, okay, and minimize your threat and to eradicate your weakness and find the suitable opportunity. That's all.
Friends, as many of the experts in the stage have explained very in detail, one thing which I wanted to tell you, which would be the take home for everyone. Number one, Industry 5.0 will come, it will go. 6 will come, 7 will come, 8 will come. It is an unending process. One day you will be invited as a resource person when Industry 8.0 will be here or 9.0 will be here. But the catch point is that you all are given 2 years of term here, and you will not stay not even one day extra. And during this 2 years of stay, you must develop a learning appetite. You have to optimize the skill sets of your faculty members. You should always go and grab them their free time and sit with them and clarify your doubts. This is number one. Number two is a suggestion for the HOD that for every subject you add some color to it. If I go and teach one subject, students may get bored at one point of time. Rather, if I go along with one of the industry person in my subject, we call it as industry associate. And this, he need not come every day. He can be even online today. So we have implemented in our institution that for one particular subject, not one particular subject, for every subject, there is one industry associate. They come once or twice or thrice, that's all, in the entire semester. But when they come for 1 hour, they will give work for 2 weeks. That you should go and digest and come up with that, and this will go to him and he will assess it and come back with the feedback. So that will add color to your performances, and you will also get a kind of a deadline. If not, you will always take professors as very sympathetic, empathetic, etc. But when it comes to industry, you go by the deadline, you become very serious also. So this is my suggestion for that.
Thank you, sir. Industry வளர்ந்த அளவுக்கு கரிக்குலம் வளரல or ஸ்பீடாக இல்லை, ஃபைன். Industry or technology is a cumulative updation. அப்படின்னா என்ன? 2 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி என்ன இருந்ததோ அதுக்கு மேலே புது விஷயம் வந்துருக்கு. நல்லா புரிஞ்சுது. 10 வருஷம் முன்னாடி என்ன இருந்ததோ அதுக்கு மேலே ஒரு புது விஷயம் வந்துருக்கு. பட் எஜுகேஷன் அப்படி இல்லை. எப்படி சொல்கிறேன்னு பாருங்கள், ரொம்ப சிம்பிள். Many of us, they come from different background. Engineering, how many engineering? I'm not going to ask engineering questions. Engineering, science, commerce, arts. இப்போ நம்ம MBA வந்துட்டோம். And the question is, engineering 4 வருஷம் என்ன தெரியுமா? காமர்ஸ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ஒரு பயாலஜி கொஸ்டின் கேட்டால் தெரியுமா? சார் 8th ஸ்டாண்டர்டில் படித்தது இப்போ கேட்டிங்கன்னா எப்படி சார்? ஸோ வி ஆர் நாட் லேர்னிங் கியூமுலேட்டிவ் இல்லையா? எல்லாம் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும் எதிர்பார்ப்பு இல்லை. இப்போ டெக்னாலஜி அப்படி இல்லை தம்பி. டெக்னாலஜி இஸ் அப்டேட்டட் பேஸ்ட் ஆன் வாட் இஸ் தேர் இந்த லாஸ்ட் டைம். அது என்ன மிஸ்டேக் வந்திருக்கோ அடுத்த ஸ்டெப். எஜுகேஷன் நம்ம ஃப்ராக்மெண்டடாக பார்க்குறோம். காமர்ஸுக்கும் MBAக்கும் சமம், சயின்ஸுக்கும் MBAக்கும் சமம். இன்ஜினியரிங் MBA வேறு இல்லை, அப்படி இல்லை. மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் அகைன் இஸ் ஒன்லி கோர்ஸ் which is a cumulative learning. ஏன்னா இதோட அப்ளிகேஷன் எங்கே இருக்குன்னு பாருங்கள். எந்த ஃபீல்டில் இருக்க அப்ளிகேஷன், MBA அப்ளிகேஷன் எந்த ஃபீல்டில் இருக்குது? ஆல். அதானே ஆன்சர். அப்போ நீங்கள் எந்த ஃபீல்டில் வேணாலும் போய் உட்காரலாம்ல. ஆர் எனி கம்பெனி யூ கோ, இட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு சர்வீஸ் எவ்ரிபடி. பேங்க் யாருக்கு சர்வீஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க? ஒரு டெக்னாலஜி கம்பெனிக்கும் லோன் கொடுக்குறாங்க, அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் கம்பெனிக்கும் லோன் கொடுக்குறாங்க, வீடு கட்டுறதுக்கும் லோன் கொடுக்குறாங்க. அந்த லோன் அனலைஸ் பண்ண தெரியுமா நம்மளுக்கு? ஸோ நான் இன்ஜினியர் இல்லை, நான் காமர்ஸ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் இல்லை, ஒரு பிஸ்னஸ் லோன் அனலைஸ் பண்ண தெரியும். ஸோ பாருங்க என்ன ஆகுது, கியூமுலேட்டிவ் லேர்னிங்கில் போயிட்டோம்னா டெக்னாலஜியும் எஜுகேஷனும் சேர்ந்து போயிடும்பா. தட்ஸ் மை பாயிண்ட்.
Thank you. There is one last question. With that, we are closing the session. I believe anybody can pick up. What can be done to make students listen and interact with the faculty resources a lot in the classroom? Kindly share your experience. This is not happening nowadays.
A very interesting question. Because asking a question might be very easy. And unless you know the answer, you cannot question. And the person who has asked the question knows the answer. Right? So something is going wrong, that's not listening. So listening can be normally, today it is not a monologue, it is a dialogue or interactive process that should happen inside the class. And you young mind people are easily adapting to technology. But the memory, how do you write every day? How do you write every day? எழுதுற பழக்கம் உண்டா? So the process of learning itself, whenever faculty handles a class, how many are ready to take a hint? You could have seen me take a bit of paper when all people are talking, taking a hint. Every day, as psychology says that you have to have a practice of writing at least for 15 minutes a day. And read 10 pages of a book every day. And psychology has proved that after 21 days, your memory level increases, your listening capacity increases. Whose problem is this? Is the problem, you may say classes might not be interesting. When candidates are given a syllabus before joining the course, we don't take it very seriously, we are not prepared. You have to come prepared for the next class, asking questions to the faculty, you gear up a faculty to prepare for the next class. If you don't prepare, we will be coming with the stuff which we learned 10 years back because we make it comfortable. And you are not updating yourself, so you are not helping yourself and you are not helping the faculty to update. It is a two-way process. Today learning is not one-way process, it is a two-way process where participation, even in academic council, board of studies, students are given more importance today because we believe students can build up. Because they are penetrating in all levels at a global level, and people input, the student inputs are much important. So make the class more participative. It is in the hands of the student. It is not only helping you, it helps the faculty, and the entire will be like a learning temple. Thank you.
It's time you are for the lunch. One good thing, as per the OB, now all the programs are offering this course plan. So in the course plan, we are giving the class schedule and pre-reading. What you have to read and come, that's what Professor was telling. So interesting is, class is interesting in both ways, so you also have to put in a lot of effort. What I feel is, the attitudinal change still has to take place in the students for the class to be very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all professors for patiently answering all the queries. So over to the MC team for closure.
Good afternoon to one and all. I first thank to the management for providing me an opportunity to do vote of thanks. I express my sincere gratitude to all the chief guests for accepting our invitation and give valuable words within the 10 minutes itself. It's really wonder to see whether a person can give a lot of information within 10 minutes. Really it was awesome, sir. I used to personally thank Dr. C. Samuel Joseph, sir. Thank you, sir. And also thank Dr. M. Sivakumar, sir. Thank you for your effort. And Dr. K. Sivakumar, sir. Thank you, sir. And Dr. M. Balaji, thank you, sir. And Dr. N. M. Pavitra, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, that you have really explained the concept of 5 principles, how a person should be. And I also thank Mr. Balasundar, sir, for his valuable words. Last but not least, I also thank all our friends for listening and listening very keenly. I hope it will help in your future. Thank you all.
So this is the second time in a row that our institute has conducted this academia industry interface. Last year we conducted this for nearly a couple of days, and this time we have conducted this for 1 day. I hope you all would have definitely taken maximum possible input. On all your behalf and on behalf of Oral Institute of Management Studies, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the dignitaries on the stage for having accepted our invitation. Thank you, and thanks to all the dignitaries once again. Thank you, sir. Now let us all rise up for the national anthem.
भारत भाग्य विधाता